For nearly 170 years, the University of Missouri has turned medical students into physicians for its state. More Missouri physicians received their medical degree from MU than from any other institution. As the leading educator of physicians in the state, MU's medical school is concerned about addressing a growing physician shortage. In response, MU created the innovative Rural Track Pipeline Program.
The Rural Track program was created in 1995 by Dean Lester Bryant because there was a maldistribution and shortage of physicians in rural Missouri.
MU's Rural Track Pipeline Program begins with the Bryant Scholars Pre-Admissions Program for undergraduate college students who have a rural background and an interest in becoming a physician in a rural area of Missouri.
I decided to be a Bryant Scholar because I wanted to have an impact on the healthcare in my community. Growing up in a small town, I learned the importance of accessible and quality healthcare, and so I wanted to have an impact on that and get the education that I needed to have that impact.
Bryant Scholars have the opportunity to begin learning about a medical career during their undergraduate academic years at retreats and by job shadowing a rural physician.
One of the requirements of being in the Bryant Scholars Program is completing 20 hours of physician shadowing every single year, and this has been a really valuable experience for me specifically because it's really given me first-on experience as far as what the career of a rural physician is going to look like. One of the things I've specifically been really surprised to learn is the broad scope of cases that rural physicians are facing every single day. This has been very valuable to me because it gives me an idea of what my career as a rural physician will look like.
I think the most beneficial part of being a Bryant Scholar was definitely the opportunities that they gave us even before medical school started. We worked on PBL cases, saw standardized patients, worked with many of the physicians in the hospital, and I think that really helped us when we did start medical school. I felt like I was more prepared than many of the other students because I'd done the whole process.
Once a Bryant Scholar completes the undergraduate program requirements and matriculates into the MU School of Medicine, the student has many more opportunities to train and live in rural communities. Medical school programs such as the Summer Community and Rural Track Clerkship programs allow medical students hands-on clinical experiences with community-based preceptors.
I really enjoyed working in East Prairie with Dr. Douglas. We had a really great time. I loved just having the individual attention from my faculty preceptor, and I think it was really exciting because no 2 days were the same. We saw different patients every single day, different types of conditions, different types of treatments, and all walks of life.
Following their first year of medical school, medical students may participate in a clinical program in a rural community lasting 4 to 8 weeks, called the Summer Community Program. Students work with one or more community-based physicians in a variety of specialties and experience the benefits and rewards of rural practice. The student performs medical histories, physical exams, and other clinical tasks under the supervision of a physician.
Between my first and second year of medical school, I did the 6-week summer internship in Richland, Missouri, which was just 8 miles from my mom and dad's house. And so I stayed at mom and dad's house and got home cooking, and then went to the clinic every morning. And then also the clinic was where I did most of my work, but I also did inpatient and OB at the Lake Regional Hospital, which was just 15-20 minutes away. So that was all part of that 6-week, and that was very pivotal in my final decision. Definitely to become a physician the rest of the way, and then also to do family practice. I found that to be one of the hallmark experiences in my career.
During students' 3rd and 4th years of medical school, the Rural Track Clerkship and the Rural Track Elective programs offer students an opportunity to live and work in community-based training sites located throughout the state. In the busy rural settings, students care for a large number of patients and experience a continuity of care.
My favorite clerkship was by far my OBGYN clerkship, and I worked with Dr. Maureen Boyle in St. Joe. And she really welcomed me into her practice, into her family. I got to know her kids. I went to dinner at her house with her husband. And I got such great clinical experience. I almost became an OBGYN. Family medicine was my true calling, and I kind of found my way back there, but I will really forever value that experience of working in a small town and in a private practice with that doctor to really feel what it's like. And that was just invaluable. I don't think I would have gotten anywhere near the same exposure if I would have been in an on-site clerkship.
Although it can't single-handedly solve the rural health physician shortage, MU's medical school is making strides to enhance the physician workforce in rural areas. A 15-year study conducted by researchers at MU showed that of the medical school graduates who participated in the program's summer community component, nearly half began their medical careers in rural locations.
I chose to participate in the Rural Track Clerkship program because I really wanted to learn about what rural Missouri would be like. I plan on practicing in Missouri in the future, so I think it's really important to understand the unique characteristics of rural areas. Even if I don't practice in a rural part of Missouri, there's still a good chance that patients who I see will have lived there or came from there. So I think it's really important to understand all the wonderful things that rural Missourians have to offer.
To learn more about the components of the Rural Track Pipeline program, visit us on the web at medicine.missouri.edu/AHEC.